This video will cover how to find the value of a logarithmic expression without using a calculator, and then I'll show you how to use a calculator to find values of the common log and the natural log. So we'll start with finding the values of logarithms without using a calculator. So without using a calculator, what we want to do is switch to exponential form, but to switch to exponential form, I actually need an equation. So I'm going to go ahead and let my unknown equal x. I'll say log base 6 of 216 equals x. I'm going to switch that to exponential form. My base is 6. My exponent is x. And my output is 216. So now it takes some knowledge of exponents, knowing what power would give you the 216. And I know that 6 cubed is 216, so that would tell me that x equals 3. So that's going to be my answer, is log base 6 of 216 equals 3. And that is because because 6 to the third equals 216. All right, let's do the same thing with log base 49 of 1/7. I'm going to let it equal x. I'll switch to exponential form, so I get 49 to the x equals 1/7. And now I have to think about 1/7, 49 to what power equals 1/7. So over on the side, I know that 1/7 is the same as 1 over square root of 49, which is the same as saying 1 over 49 to the 1/2, because a square root is the same as the 1/2 power. And that's the same as saying 49 to the negative 1/2. From rules of exponents, I know that if I have an exponent in the denominator, I can bring that whole base to the exponent into the numerator and change the sign on the exponent. So since 49 to the negative 1/2 equals 1/7, I would end up with x equals negative 1/2 as my answer. And it's okay for the output of a logarithm to be negative, just not the input. So the result can be negative. All right, now I have natural log of e to the 5th. So I'm trying to evaluate this. I know that natural log, so natural log ln is base e. So if I do my trick here, I have natural log of e to the 5th equals x. Put that in exponential form. I'll have a base of e, exponent of x. So e to the x equals the input of the logarithm. So e to the x equals e to the 5th. And since they have the same base, I know that x must be 5. So natural log of e to the 5th equals 5. And also that's because natural log and e to the x are inverse functions. And so they're going to undo each other and just leave me with the 5. Lastly, we have log of 0.01. So anytime you just see log, log is base 10. And in a previous video, we saw that that's called the common log. So if I set log of 0.01 equal to x and switch to exponential form, I'll have 10 to the x, so a base of 10 to the x power equals 0.01. And you just have to figure out what the exponent is here. So 10 to the negative 2 gives me 0.01, so x equals negative 2. And that is because, so since 10 to the negative 2 equals 0.01. So you're using your knowledge of exponents, you're switching the log into exponential form and then figuring out what the exponent would have to be. That's how you solve for a value of a logarithm without using the calculator. Now I want to show you with the calculator, you can do natural log and log base 10 or the common log. So I'll show you on the TI-84 and in Desmos. So on the TI-84, let me pull this up. We actually have a log key and a natural log key on the left-hand side. The log key is next to 7. So I would touch the log key and then just go ahead and put in whatever the input is. So log of square root of 84. Close your parentheses and hit enter. For natural log, that's just to the left of the number 4 key. So natural log, I'll type in the ln and then 403, close your parentheses and enter. So that would give you the decimal answer for log of square root of 84 and natural log of 403. And again, that would be only when you have a log base 10 or common log, or a natural log, which is log base e. To use Desmos, when you have your Desmos calculator pulled up, notice it says main right here. And when I'm on the main touchpad, I just have the numbers and a few functions here. But if I go over to FUNC function, there's my log and natural log keys. So I'll type in log, and then I'll go ahead and do the square root. I have to go back to my main screen to type in the numbers 84. And notice that answer matches up with what I had in my TI-84. So you can use Desmos or the TI-84. To do natural log, I'll go back to the function menu, select ln, go back to the main menu to type in my number. And I've got my answer 5.9989. So that's how to use the calculator. And remember, if you don't have a common log or a natural log, then what you do is you switch to exponential form and figure out what the exponent has to be.